All right, today we're talking about college savings, specifically 529 plans. Everyone knows how expensive college is, right? Well, that's why Section 529 college savings plans are so popular. They offer tax breaks and tax-free growth for qualified education expenses. What happens if you end up with money left over in your 529 after your kid graduates? Believe it or not, this happens more than you might think. Maybe your child received scholarships, decided to stay near home at a state school, or even decided on a different path altogether. Or maybe grandma or grandpa helped out. Now you're stuck with extra cash in a 529 plan. Well, don't worry. There are 4 primary ways that you can make the most of any extra 529 funds that are left over. Number 1, change the beneficiary. One of the original advantages of a 529 plan is that you could change the beneficiary to be anyone in your family, including yourself. Changing beneficiaries doesn't trigger any withdrawal fees or tax penalties, so just change the beneficiary to someone else in your family who may need the funds. If you still think of the funds as your money to be used for a child's education, then this may be a great strategy. You could even just hold on to the leftover funds in the 529 for a future grandchild. That could be an excellent generational gift that could benefit from decades of compounded tax-free growth. In addition, changes to the original laws now allow you to use the funds for private high schools. So younger siblings still in high school could benefit from unused funds of an older sibling who's already out of college. Number 2, pay off student loans. Another way to use leftover 529 funds is to pay off student loans. Under the Secure Act of 2019, 529 account owners can now allocate up to $10,000 for each beneficiary toward paying off student loans. So, if you used 529 plans for some of the college funding and used student loans for another portion, you can allocate those extra 529 funds to pay down the student loans. Number 3, and the big one, roll leftover funds into a Roth IRA. Thanks to Secure Act 2.0, from 2024, leftover 529 funds can now be rolled over into a Roth IRA free of penalty or tax. It is a huge potential benefit for the beneficiary of the 529 if you consider the funds to be theirs. If you consider the funds to be your money, then this doesn't make sense as a withdrawal strategy. And there are a couple of limits on the strategy. First, in order to qualify for the rollover, the 529 account must be open for at least 15 years. So if you started saving early, this shouldn't be an issue. But if you open an account for a few years, the funds would need to stay in the 529 growing until it's been open for 15 years. Another limitation is that for now, the lifetime limit on rollovers is $35,000 total. And depending on how much you have, it may take a few years to get the rollover completed. That's because annual rollovers are restricted to the amount of the annual IRA contribution limit. For 2024, that's $7,000 for investors under age 50. Number 4, withdraw the 529 assets outright. Your final option, especially if you consider the funds to be your funds, is to just withdraw the excess funds and put them in your own investment account. Look, you sacrificed and saved your own money, you invested, and now you have leftover funds. You can withdraw them, but what happens? Well, you're taxed as if it was income, not capital gains, and there is a 10% penalty on any of the earnings. There is one exception to know about. If your child receives scholarship money, Pell Grants, fellowships, or tuition discounts because you work at the university, you can withdraw up to the amount of the scholarship for your own use without the penalty. But you would owe taxes on the gains. You also should make the withdrawal in the year of the scholarship. Don't wait until the end of school and take it all out then. The IRS might not like that. The loophole basically turns that portion of your 529 into a tax-deferred investment account, just like a traditional IRA. This is really an important loophole that not many people know about. Look, everyone's financial situation is different, and the goals for each family are often different. But learning about your options is universal. There are tons of resources like this channel to help you understand your options. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to this channel so you get all the retirement and education planning guidance that you need. And if you own a business and are looking for financial planning help, head over to my website at celestialwm.com to learn more about what we can do for you. And check out this video next to supercharge your financial plan.